They thought she was nothing until her truth shook them all. In the red-dusted village of Amiri, where hunger lived in quiet corners and hope rarely came to visit, a young woman named Glory swept the compound barefoot. Her skin bore the sun's kiss, her eyes the burden of too many silent nights. At just 22, she had already lived through a lifetime of sorrow. Her mother had passed 5 years ago, and with her went the only shield she ever had. What remained was a cruel father, once a kind farmer, now a man hardened by Drunken, a stepmother who treated her less than the animals in the pen. Each day was a cycle of labor, farm by dawn, sweep by noon, cook by dusk, and often sleep on an empty stomach. But even as everyone pitied her, no one dared to step in. Her father's rage was feared like thunder, but fate had a different plan. She was not for sale, but they gave her away anyway. Harrison arrived from the city in worn clothes and broken shoes. A young man searching for work, strength in his arms but nothing in his pockets. For 3 months he worked on Mr. Thomas' farm clearing bushes, planting cassava, carrying loads under the angry sun. But each time he asked for his pay, the reply was the same. "Come tomorrow, I'll pay when I sell something." Then came one scorching afternoon. Harrison stood in the yard, sweat soaking through his shirt, tired beyond words. "Sir, please, I need my money today." Mr. Thomas looked at him, scratched his head, and turned slowly toward Glory, who was sweeping silently in the background. "You want money?" he asked, grinning. "Yes, sir," Harrison replied. "Take that girl instead." Silence. Harrison blinked. "Take who?" "My daughter," Mr. Thomas said, as if he were offering a goat. "She's good for nothing. Let her go with you to the city, that's your payment." Glory froze. The broom slipped from her hands. "Daddy, please, no, shut up," he roared. "You should be happy, someone wants you." Mrs. Grace, her stepmother, folded her arms and smiled. "Let her go. One less mouth to feed." Tears fell. Glory begged. She cried until her voice cracked, but no one moved. No one defended her, not even the neighbors. And just like that, with a black plastic bag holding all her belongings, Glory left behind the only home she had ever known. Not as a wife, not as a daughter, but as a debt. From the dust of Amiri to the lights of the city, the journey was long and dry. Through towns and forests, past markets and motorcycles, Glory sat by the window of the old bus, watching everything blur. Her body was present, but her spirit was still stuck in that compound, still hearing her father's voice echo like a curse. She didn't know who Harrison really was, but deep inside, she whispered a prayer. "Lord, don't let him be cruel like my father. Please, give me peace. Even if it's small, let it be mine." When they reached the city, the world changed. Buildings that reached the clouds, cars like she'd only seen in movies, people walked fast, talked faster, and the air smelled like dreams and disappointment. Harrison led her down a quiet street. Flowers lined the walkway. At the end stood a black gate, large and heavy. He knocked twice. The gate opened. Glory's breath caught. Inside was a wide compound with a fountain in the corner, and flowers blooming like they'd never known dust. They passed the main house and entered a smaller building behind it. One room, a small kitchen, a door that locked, a bed with clean sheets. "This is my place," Harrison said with a soft smile. "I just got a job as a security guard. The madam gave me this room free. She's kind." To Glory, it was more than a room, it was safety. A roof that didn't leak, a floor that didn't bite, a space where no one yelled. For the first time in years, she exhaled without fear. Peace comes slowly, but it came. 2 days later, she woke to the smell of fried eggs and soft yam. Morning light spilled through the curtain like kindness. She stretched. No shouting, no orders barked. Just silence and the sound of someone cooking for her. In the kitchen, Harrison stood by the stove. "Morning, Glory," he said with a grin. She smiled faintly. "Morning." That was the beginning. He didn't touch her. He didn't pressure her. He treated her like she mattered. And day by day, the weight on her chest began to lift. Then came the first test. Mrs. Walker, the owner of the compound, finally met Glory, a graceful woman in her 50s, with calm eyes and a voice that knew peace. Harrison introduced her. "This is my wife." Glory almost flinched, but Mrs. Walker just smiled. "So this is the woman you talked about. She's lovely." From that moment, Mrs. Walker treated her like a daughter. Warm words, open doors. And one afternoon, as Glory helped with groceries, she heard something that made her freeze. "I want you to be my new cook," Mrs. Walker said. "I've been watching you. You're humble, clean, and careful. You have a good heart." Glory's lips trembled. "Ma, I don't even know what to say," Mrs. Walker smiled. "Say yes." And she did.